Hello world, PDR coming at you here with a 2015 Forester. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little tiny dents. I drilled a hole right here. I got broken handle, or a broken tip. That's broken tip. Here's broken handle. Names of my... And I'm going to start on the closest one. Little tiny dent here. You saw that I just heated it up. We're just going to make some nice little baby pushes right here on that first dent and call it done. Maybe just one more little push, and maybe that was a different area. But now I'm going to this second one. Super light pushes. You saw that I got this metal really hot. Well, you can't see the temperature, but you saw that I was heating this up. Now I'm out to this one right here. And before I go on the big one, I'm going to reheat it. And so at this point in the video is when I say, I sure do appreciate y'all clicking on this video. If you would, hit that subscribe button. It sure helps out the channel, and I love to see the community grow. We're up on this one now. We're just going down the line. And like I said, I'm going to want to reheat. It's almost cool to the touch now. So let's reheat. Hit the vape. Vaping on some strawberry kiwi today. And I don't know if we need to move the hat back, but let's do that. And we've got, what I'm looking at is a little bit left here, one here, and one there. Let's use the same tool, get right back in. Get up to this first part where I said there was a little bit of residual there. Let's get that out. Please excuse the background noise. There are some planes flying overhead. We just happen to live in the city that makes the most planes in the world. And now I'm up here, feeling the temperature. Not super hot, but it is fairly sharp, so I want to get it nice and warm. Once again, I'll say it is a nice car for a nice person. We're going to do it really nice. And right into the center of that, and I'm gonna just no mercy. I'm really pushing hard, guys, and pushing hard on this dent is like, oh gosh, probably 5 pounds of pressure, maybe 6, 7, 8 at that top peak right there. And you see I'm making really slow, really directed, really dialed in pushes. The only reason why I'm making such slow, strong pushes is because of my access. I literally have the best access I could ever have. So the reason why I'm not making 50 tiny little pushes at 1 pound of pressure and babying it out real slow is because of that access. I know what I can do with the leverage that I have here. And I also know how this metal is moving. A little tiny tip and trick for dent repair is you don't want to start on the hardest dents. You want to start on an easy door dent so you know how the metal moves, how that paint wants to move. And honestly, guys, every car is different. So every paint, code has just different properties to it. Sometimes that paint will want to fracture and break, and sometimes you can push on it without it breaking. A lot of the time it depends on the temperature and the metal flake. Now you saw that I had to really crest that dent out, so I did. I crested it all the way out, put it into basically a high spot. Now I'm going to get it warm, and we're going to finish off these last 2 little areas here. Get it nice and warm. Come through and make some taps. I'm going to actually break down this high spot. Now on the taps, I know you guys are thinking that it looks like I'm tapping right in the center of where I just pushed. And that's kind of true, I am. A little bit off to the side to kind of stretch that gap open a little bit. But for the most part, I basically, where I made that push, I basically got to just push it back down. So we're moving the metal back into place. You know, once that metal is stretched, the whole trick to paintless dent repair is hiding the stretched metal, and I like to do it in the orange peel of the paint. You know, hide that metal. Please excuse the background noise. We got some puppies barking, doing their thing. Dogs will be dogs. And that one came out pretty darn nice. Let me get a little finer angle. I don't know if you guys can see now because I tightened up the angle a little bit. And now I'm coming out to this front one out here, and I'm going to finish it up nice and tight. And the sharp one in front of it, well, not in front of it, behind it, is where I'm working now. We're just kind of finishing off this last little valley on the top of it. And I'm actually going to go right up next to the high spot and make another push next to the high spot. When I first started doing dents, I thought that that would actually make it more noticeable. But if you see what happened there, I made a push right next to that high spot. Let's do one right there next to that high spot. And if I can make that push in the right spot, it'll literally make that thing disappear. So it's kind of one of the little unwritten rules is some high spots just need to be tapped down and some need to be what we call flushed out, because if I went to tap on that thing, it would just put it into a dent again. And so there's a break point to getting the dent out and putting the dent back in, making a high spot and making a dent. So I sure hope this stuff helped. I mean, we just went through this little guy nice and easy. I'm gonna paint and plug this hole, make it all nice and sealed up, factory looking. But other than that, I think those dents came out pretty darn nice. If you would, hit that like button on the way out. Other than that, this has been PDR, and I'm out. Peace.